Hello, you really have to wonder what all 2020 has in store for us. We are approximately halfway through the year right now. We've already had the worst virus attack in perhaps a century or so. We've had riots, we've had the threat of war, we've had stress and tension on the borders, we've had talk about murder hornets in America, we've had earthquakes one after the other. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to end. And now, every day there seems to be something else. So today, right outside in the national capital and in parts of Gurugram, they woke up in the morning to find a locust swarm. And flights into Delhi were affected by that. Flights out of Delhi were affected by that. In Gurugram, people were beating on thalis to try and keep the locusts away. So yeah, locust swarms, that's the one thing that perhaps we were missing in the big cities. And you've got to wonder what is going to happen in the back half of 2020. We can only pray and hope that it will be somewhat better. But this Saturday evening, here are the big stories.
After swarms of crop-destroying desert locusts reached the outskirts of Delhi on Saturday, the city government directed the district magistrates to make all possible arrangements to distract them. The Delhi government has put all districts on high alert and asked officials to coordinate with the fire department for spraying of pesticides and insecticides to prevent a possible attack by locusts. An advisory issued by the Delhi Development Commissioner said residents can distract the locusts by making high decibel sounds through beating of drums and utensils, by playing high volume music, bursting crackers, or burning neem leaves. It asked people to keep doors and windows closed and cover outdoor plants with plastic sheets. The district magistrate has also been advised to deploy adequate staff to make villagers and residents aware of these measures.
Delhi Air Traffic Control has asked pilots of all airlines to take necessary precautions during landing and takeoff in view of locust swarms seen near the airport in areas along the Gurugram-Dwarka Expressway. Monitoring teams have been set up over the insects' invasion. Operations are running normally as of now. Large-scale desert locusts arrived in Gurugram on Saturday morning, leading to a panic situation right next to Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday said that India is in a much better position compared to many other countries hit by the coronavirus outbreak. Addressing the event to mark the 90th birth anniversary celebrations of the Reverend Dr. Joseph Mar Thoma Metropolitan, Prime Minister Modi said that many predicted that virus impact on India will be worse, but government efforts have proved them wrong. Recovery rate in India is rising, he added.
Some people have predicted that the impact of the virus in India would be very, very severe. But due to lockdown and many initiatives taken by the government, as well as a people-driven fight, India is a much better place than many other nations.
India's coronavirus count crossed the 5 lakh mark on Saturday as the country recorded another highest single-day spike in new cases. According to the Health Ministry data released on Saturday morning, 18,552 new COVID-19 cases and 384 deaths were recorded in the past 24 hours. The total number of coronavirus cases now stands at 5,08,953 and deaths due to the virus have gone up to 15,685. But the silver lining is India's rising recovery rate. Close to 3 lakh people have so far recovered from the virus.
The Delhi government is conducting nearly 20,000 COVID-19 tests per day, the most in the country, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said on Saturday, while outlining a 5-pronged response to the rising cases in the city. Declaring that people are being tested in every street of the capital, Kejriwal also admitted his government had been surprised by the rate of increase in cases after lockdown curbs were lifted. He assured that Delhi currently has 13,500 hospital beds for those infected by the virus.
Delhi started a mammoth campaign on Saturday to determine the spread of COVID-19 amidst a rising number of cases in the national capital. The Serological test or sero-surveillance study is a part of the new COVID-19 response plan prepared by the Centre for Delhi. The city, which has overtaken Mumbai as the worst affected city in the country, has 73,780 infections so far. Serological tests are used to identify antibodies, which are created by the immune system when someone is affected by the virus. These tests are largely used to determine the spread amongst communities. To be conducted between June 27th and July 10th, the survey will cover 20,000 households across 11 districts. Amid ongoing tensions with India along the LAC in Ladakh, Chinese army has also started consolidating its positions in the Pangong Tso area. The Indian Express has reported that the Chinese are constructing a helipad at Finger 4 and have increased troops' presence on the southern banks of Pangong Tso. This has led to apprehensions that the Chinese are asserting their claims and conveying their disinclination for restoration of status quo ante in the area. PLA patrols are now regularly making small forays down the ridge of Finger 3 towards the bank of the lake and then returning to the ridge. They're essentially asking us to move back to Finger 2, the report added, quoting an official.
As BJP and Congress continue to exchange barbs over the standoff with China, NCP chief Sharad Pawar has said that matters of national security shouldn't be politicized. He also added that one cannot forget that China had captured about 45,000 square kilometers of Indian land after the 1962 war. Pawar's comments came in response to a query about Rahul Gandhi's charge that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had surrendered Indian territory to the Chinese. The NCP chief said that before making such allegations, one should also remember what happened when one was in power. Pawar also said that the clashes in Galwan cannot be dubbed as a failure of the defense minister.
The number of confirmed coronavirus cases worldwide has risen by over 177,000 in the past 24 hours to 9.4 million, and the death count has topped 480,000, the World Health Organization said on Friday. The fresh daily situation report estimates that the number of infections confirmed in the past 24 hours at 177,012. Further, 5,116 virus-related deaths were reported over the same period, taking the toll to 484,249. The Americas lead the count with over 4.7 million cases, followed by Europe with more than 2.6 million. World Health Organization Chief Scientist Dr. Soumya Swaminathan has said that a vaccine against COVID-19 will be ready in 12 to 18 months. Over 200 vaccine candidates are at different stages of development and 15 are in human clinical trials, Swaminathan said, adding that there's a hope that vaccines will be ready in 12 to 18 months. Developing a vaccine against COVID-19 is currently the most pressing challenge the world faces, and such an enterprise may require funding of up to $18.1 billion to deliver 2 billion doses by the end of 2021, Swaminathan added.